Christian, thank you very much that you attended our panel at the Deloitte Lounge on cyber dominance and global security at the Munich Security Conference. You are a researcher for cybersecurity and enterprise security at the Hasso-Plattner-Institut. From your researcher perspective, what is a common definition of European sovereignty?
Often people say, when they mean sovereignty, autarky. I do everything by myself. But clearly, that's not the point, and that's also not feasible. Sovereignty is about having options. Do I want to have A or do I want to have B? Sovereignty if I can make this option freely. But there's also a second component to sovereignty here, namely that I remain in control, that I actually have the power to do something about that. Because if I have once an option and later on that option is taken away from me, for instance, that somebody says, well, you can't use it for that purpose, or I'm going to switch it off, then I'm no longer in control. So sovereignty means both having the option and being in the power and the control to exercise it.
What concrete steps we have to take to fulfill this definition?
So we first have to understand who we are and what we're good at, because we can't possibly be excelling and sovereign in everything. There are certain things we always will have to buy, and there are certain things that we are currently good at. So let's try to be sovereign in them and leading there the next generation. And there are some things where we will say, well, let's see what good partners that are trustworthy, that are dependable, have to offer for us. So we have to have a priority, we have to have a vision on what we want to be sovereign and what is something that we have to do with partners or not at all.
So Europe prioritizes transparency in their definition of sovereignty. But where can sovereignty strengthen resilience, and where is it more a risk?
That depends on who you are. So clearly, when you're doing a national defense strategy, you don't want to tell the opponent, well, this is my red line, if you do this, I will basically stop here. So here, transparency has a natural border. However, as a business, we need to practice transparency a lot more, because I can learn from you what worked in your company and what might be a good option for me to be better in cybersecurity. And we need to exchange these best practices, understand what we can learn from each other, how we can together be better, because clearly the criminals are working together and so should we.